was a man with pride until the lights turned on and the floodgates opened. I knew I'd have your heart right from the start when we met underneath the bus stop smoking. Where did this all end? Was it somewhere in between? Now this feeling's new.
Now, welcome to Corner Talking, the interview section of Talking the Corner, the first episode. And on the first episode, I have Jim Hebert. I'm calling you Hebert. I know it's not pronounced right.
You did very well. You did very well. Nice.
Did I? Right.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what. You tell us how to pronounce your name properly.
Okay. If you're in France, Canada, or Louisiana, it's Hebert.
Hebert.
That's Hebert. That's the French pronunciation. If you're in the United States, it's boring. It's Hebert.
Hebert.
Hebert. Yeah.
Well, I don't want to hear anything about French people for a long time.
How about Spain?
Do you know what? I was in Spain and I don't think I seen one Spanish person. They were all French.
Really?
I don't know. Like even when we went for food, see where we went, we had the full board. So you got your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner. And it was all in like a buffet kind of thing. And Thursday? My daughters wouldn't go near the buffet and Carla wouldn't go near the buffet because
But you did.
Yeah, I didn't care, you know. But you had escargot. So you had the snails all there, they did. It was horrible. Have you ever had escargot?
No.
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 It's horrible. I gave it a try. I try anything.
You're braver than I am. When I worked before I retired, I spent a lot of time in Asia, China, Vietnam, stuff like that. And they had some food over there I would not even attempt.
No, oh man. It was after I tried the escargot that I put that post up on Facebook.
That you had some issues.
Yeah, I did. I had a few issues after that. Right. So here we go with my first little banner. That I warned Jim about these banners beforehand. Right.
So basically, I'm the guinea pig.
You are the guinea pig, yeah.
All right.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, I thought you established this by now.
No, I'm well aware of it.
Yeah. Right. I'll tell you what. Where'd you come from and what do you do?
All right. I grew up in New England, outside of Boston. Big family, 6 kids, all that stuff. No musical ability in my family at all. No one plays instruments. No one can sing. About the only thing growing up was my mother would play music on the radio, and it was usually Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby, stuff like that. So there was really no music in the house until I got older. And then one of my older brothers was just like playing the Beatles and stuff like that, and that filled the house. But as far as musical, nothing. And for myself, as much as I love music, I didn't start even attempting it till I was 30. When I was turning 30, and I asked my wife for a present. I said, I'd love to have a guitar. And she got me a guitar for my 30th birthday. I've never taken lessons. You could probably tell by some of the music I've done. I've never taken lessons. I got electric guitar a couple years after that, and just noodled for years and years and years. Making stuff up, never recorded anything. And then, like a lot of people, Keith, when COVID hit, everyone's stuck at home, stuff like that. Bored to tears. I tried recording something. It was awful. Really, really bad. But it was like my first attempt, and I didn't understand the technology and how to. You did the same thing. You learn how to record stuff, and I had no idea. I'm still figuring it out too. It's the technology is way out here, and I'm an old guy, and I still don't get it all.
So when you first try to, well, like put out a song or anything like that, were you trying to record from scratch, or did
Yeah.
you just do a
No,
video? You didn't
no,
bother with videos and anything like
um, I didn't even attempt to do like cover songs
that?
because
No.
I could never do them as well. So why bother? Plus,
Yeah.
if you do your own songs, Keith, and you screw them up, no one knows but
Yeah.
you.
Oh, that's me all over. That
Oh,
is me all
absolutely.
over. I was like,
It's like,
that's supposed to sound like that.
yeah, I meant it. I meant to do it that way.
Yeah.
So the first stuff I did, as you remember, was instrumentals, simple
Yeah.
instrumentals. Uh, an easy backing track that I would put together, and then a lead guitar over it. Really simple stuff, and I was happy with that for a couple of years.
Yeah.
But it goes a long way. It's like if you're doing instrumentals, you can't do much more. It's just like gets repetitive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and talking to you, you kind of encouraged me, try writing something. It's like, oh God, I don't have anything to say.
I remember the first one. It was actually a song we wrote together, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
had some ideas and I said, help. I don't know how to write a chorus. I don't know where this is going. Thankfully, you took it. You made it into a really good song. And I learned from it. It's like, oh, that's what you do. So how did you figure it out?
Well, to be honest, when you have great words to work with, it's fairly easy. And you did. You sent over some great words, and it was more of a kind of a poem form.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't change a lot to it. I just probably took out a couple of syllables here, a couple of words here, and
To make it
added
easier
in.
to make it easier to sing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, like you don't want a verse to be too wordy.
Yeah.
You want it just to flow nicely. And then I think just added a chorus, which like just I actually remember your poem. I just took some of the words from your poem that we weren't putting into verses, and just added it into the chorus. So it's
So
just dancing around it.
when you started writing your own music,
Yeah,
did you go through the same kind of process, hit or miss? It's like, or did you know kind of what you were doing ahead of time?
hadn't a clue, hadn't a clue. Like yourself, hadn't a clue. I just, as I said, I picked up a guitar the same way you did in your 30s. I done it just a little before lockdown, and I never got a lesson. Still haven't got a lesson. That's why I'm still terrible. But
Now,
I yeah,
was there music in your family though?
no, there wasn't. No, no. Well,
No.
my brother, music mad. But the thing was, I wasn't really into music.
Mm.
I was more into playing football and
Ah, yeah.
doing all that. And I've been working since I was 12 years of age. So technically, I was surrounded by music. I was like walking in pubs, people singing, dancing, and doing all that. I loved all that I did. So I think when I sat down to start writing, I always wrote story songs because I was always reliving that stuff that brought music to me. So that's it. And the same with you, like you whip it back around to you, like your songs are all like you have that nostalgic feeling to them.
Oh, big time. Yeah.
Mm. Like
Um,
this new one that you wrote, the cartoon song.
that's, I, my family, even like the first few lines, it's my brother and sister on Saturdays, obsession with cartoons. Absolutely. We would sit on the couch and watch cartoons from basically 7 in the morning till like noontime. Every cartoon you could think of. And we just
Mm.
absolutely loved them. And frankly, I don't think anyone wrote a song about cartoons either. So I figured I was kind of charting new territory there. And
Yeah, yeah,
it was just fun to write, to look up the old cartoons and have a laugh about even just remembering them.
yeah,
But yeah, most of my stuff tends to be kind of old school, looking back at things.
yeah,
Almost none of it is autobiographical, though, other than this cartoon one and maybe one or two others. Most of the stuff I just make up.
yeah.
Now I
And
know
like,
yours tends to be a little more stuff that's happened that you know of, history, or maybe in your family, or things that happened in Ireland. I noticed that a lot about yours.
yeah, well, see, a lot of times, like a lot of people think a lot of the songs that I write are about me because what happens is, like, I hear a story, and it could be a real tragic story or something, that I embody myself into the song,
Yeah, that's smart.
and like think of what I'd feel if I went through that situation. And
Yeah.
I suppose it brings more emotion into the song, I suppose. But that's part of songwriting. Like, if you were sitting down and, like, if I was, I wouldn't say I'd give any proper advice to people who are writing songs. Don't take my advice personally. But if I was giving advice to people, I'd probably tell them to embody themselves into the song more so, because you can get more emotion into the song.
Yeah.
And when you sing it with more emotion. Like
Absolutely.
you now,
That makes
now
sense.
you like the famous singer now.
Oh, I can't tell you.
What?
Actually, you know how painful it is to start singing when you
Yeah.
first start out. Everybody hates the sound of their voice. Even great
Mm.
singers I've read, they hate the sound of their voice. I hate the sound of my singing voice.
But it's funny because you always said you're a terrible singer,
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
actually really like your voice, because nowadays you listen, you stick on the radio, you stick on songs, and people are writing songs. Everybody sings the exact same bloody
Mm.
way, and it gets, like you said earlier, with playing instrumentals over songs, it gets repetitive and so hard to listen to. But when you come along, and what I love about your music is it's old school. Like, you don't try to develop this new style, which it kind of does develop a new style without you even knowing.
Mm.
But you stick to what you know and kind of do your own thing. And your vocal suits it so well. Now, if you were playing rap music,
Oh,
I would not expect you to
can you
sing
can you
over it.
imagine? Can you imagine that?
I'd love to
I
see
don't know if
it.
there's anything worse than a 66-year-old guy trying to do rap music. That
I'd love to
just
see it. I'd love to see it.
no, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Just even one song.
No, hey, would you do it?
No.
Yeah, no, no.
Yeah.
That was pretty
But,
quick.
yeah. So you were telling me that since you were young, there was no music, like no even radio in your house for you listening to
There
music.
was radio, but it tended to be like a talk radio or listening
Mm,
to Boston Red Sox baseball games and things like that. Because I was just
yeah.
like you, I was totally into sports. It was the Red Sox, the Celtics, the Bruins, it was all that stuff. And I would listen to it and watch it. I was playing sports. So music was just like background.
Yeah. And Boston. When did you move out of Boston?
Um, see, my wife and I moved out of Boston out to Tucson, Arizona in 2012. So we've been here for 12 years.
Hmm.
And you're going to
12
ask,
years. So,
why did I move? Why did I move from Boston
well,
to the desert?
I'm not asking. I'm not asking why, because I know what you as Americans are like. You just
Oh,
constantly move everywhere.
no, actually, my story is pretty good. I'm in my 50s. Okay. I'm on my
Hmm.
roof shoveling snow off my roof in the winter.
Yeah.
And I'm up there and the wind's blowing and howling. I'm shoveling the roof. And I'm like, there's got to be a better way. There has to be a better way. And
Let's get
within
rid
a
of the
couple
snow
years after
altogether.
that, there is no snow in Tucson, Arizona. None.
Yeah.
We have 110-degree heat,
I wouldn't be able for it.
which is like what, 37 C or something like that.
Oh man.
Oh, it's
No, I
it's
wouldn't be
fine.
able for it. When I was over in Spain last week, I was doing the original music makers and listener show, but it actually didn't upload, which annoyed me. But in one of the segments, like, it's just me with a phone sitting beside a pool, and I remember the very first segment, I said, the heat over here is unreal. I said, Jim Hebert would love it over here.
Yeah, it's like 110 degrees. Nah.
Yeah, 110 degrees, and you always wear the hat.
You know what you do is
Yeah,
you basically anything you want to do, you do like before 7 in the morning, and then you stay inside.
yeah, because like, you see my hat, didn't you?
Yeah,
Obviously.
yeah. That hat was
So
just. I don't even know what to say about that hat.
I just wanted to look like a tourist as much as possible.
Oh, you achieved it.
I know.
Oh boy, big time.
There's people just ignore. People wouldn't even walk beside me. Even Carl and the kids are just like, "We're gonna cross the road and walk over here to meet you."
They were embarrassed for you.
Yeah, but then again,
Oh,
like that was probably half the heat that you're in, and you're still
yeah.
walking around the hat.
Yeah.
Which brings me to my next question.
Ah.
So here we go.
Is that how it stuck to your head? Yes. Yes, pretty much.
Is it?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Now I love your cowboy hat. The one you have, like
Oh,
a
yeah.
cowboy hat, don't you? That is
Yeah.
a cool hat. That is.
By the way, please note, got my BB King's
King?
blues. BB King.
What's that?
Do you know BB King is one of the great
I
blues
know.
artists of all time?
I know BB King, but is that a
Yeah.
club? Like, is that an actual
Yeah.
club?
Yeah, he had several. This one I went to was in Florida. He's got one in Memphis and maybe Chicago, a few other
Yeah.
places.
And is the one in Arizona, is that?
There is none in Arizona.
Yeah, there you go. There's something for you
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah, there you go. Open up a club. No, not gonna happen. not gonna happen.
No. So here's one that I really want to know because I know a lot of your music is online. A lot of it is, well, not a lot of it, all of it is YouTube.
Yes.
Have you ever played a live gig?
No. And I've been asked this before. I can honestly say I never will. I have no interest in it. I don't know if I crack under the pressure or like we talked about before, making mistakes, stuff like that. I just don't have an interest. I'm very intrigued by recording stuff.
Yeah.
I really like hiding in my recording room here and just doing stuff for hours, fiddling with stuff, learning about EQ and all these things. That's fun to me. But sitting on and recording or just going live. Oh God, no. But you
No,
love
I'm
it.
telling you. Yeah, because as you were saying, you're worried about mistakes. Like I find if you're recording, there's more worry about mistakes. If you're playing live, mistakes happen, like, and you just go with the flow. I think there's more room for error when you're performing live than there is obviously when you're recording.
Yeah.
So, and I love like I'm playing a gig now next month, and the band that plays in the gig, like, nobody knows any of the songs. We never played the songs before together, but just go and just go with the flow. See what comes out. So yeah, it's gonna be plenty of mistakes.
But you're also really comfortable now playing in front of audiences because you busk. You've been you go to Darkies and play there often. So you're really comfortable with that.
Yeah.
How about the first time? How about that first time you went on stage?
Rattling. Shaking. But like a lot of times, see, I'm very self-conscious of my guitar playing because I know I'm not strong. And like even my strumming patterns is not strong. And my guitar, that needs to be thrown out the bleeding window. It's gone, it's shy. But when I get there, like it's got to the point now, I've played it so many times, I just don't care. So like the songs are gonna come out. They're gonna sound this way. Either you love them or you don't. I've had people come up compliment me on the songs before, and then I've had people coming up saying, "Jesus, you need to work on your guitar," which is great. Take it all on the chin, take it all in, and like, there's nobody out there that's going to absolutely ridicule you for getting up on stage, because if you do, you just hand them the guitar and say,
"You do it."
Bring it up there, go up with you.
Well, what I find difficult, and I've tried it a few times, is singing and playing guitar at the same time. Just can't do it.
Yeah, because you're kind of playing lead guitar.
Yeah. I mean, I play rhythm too, but I'm much better at lead. But just sitting there strumming and singing, I just can't do it. Or maybe I don't want to.
Yeah, but I think you don't do it often. When I first started picking up and trying to learn how to play guitar, I was constant. And like when I started learning, I wasn't trying to learn chords. I was trying to learn songs. So I was singing as I was learning. And that kind of just came with it, you
Sure.
know. Like I know people out there that some of the best musicians you'll ever hear in your life, absolutely brilliant. But you stick them on the stage and you just cave. Absolutely, it's crazy to see. And then you stick them in a studio and they're like Jimi Hendrix on
Yeah.
speed.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
can absolutely see that. I can see.
yeah. But
So
no, that's great.
maybe in the future, Keith, maybe in the future, I will sit here and do something live. That's a big maybe.
That'd be great because I think Laura Guerrera has mentioned bringing back the live shows on the group.
Right
And
now, I can tell you right now, the live shows on YouTube are exploding, and Facebook
yeah,
are exploding. There are,
yeah,
I mean, almost every night you can go on YouTube and watch a live show that has 5 or 6 people, one after another, performing. Maybe a 20-minute set. It's almost every
yeah.
night, and the
That's
talent level
brilliant.
is unreal, unreal.
Which I thought, like, when that happened, I thought all that would have went away
Yeah, same here.
after the lockdown thing. But it's great to see that it's still there
Yeah.
because I don't know about anybody else. I had a great time during lockdown. I loved it.
That's a very odd thing to say.
Just bring it back. I don't mind. Bring it back. Lock us all in our houses again because the amount of music I found during lockdown was crazy.
How do
But
you find, I know I'm asking you questions, but I'm curious.
yeah,
How do you find time in your schedule to write? You've got kids, you've got family. How do you find time? I'm retired. I got all the time in the world.
I'm my, you know Basil Breen, don't
Sure.
you?
Yeah.
Friend of mine, musician.
Very talented.
Yeah, he's brilliant. He's absolutely,
Yeah.
and his new album coming out, it sounds so good. But he calls me a freak of nature.
We all do.
I know, but see, I don't need paper in front of me to write a song. I don't need that. So when I write a song, I write it all in my head. I have one
Oh
of
my
these
God.
kind of, I have one of these
Keith,
kind of
Keith,
photographic memories.
I do the same thing.
Yeah, yeah, and
I will go on a run, let's say, for an hour or so. And by the time I get back, I've got 3/4 of a song in my head, and then I write it down. And then I add stuff, but
oh,
happens all the time.
yeah, yeah. But that's it. Like a lot of people do that. Like if I'm walking down the road, but I'd be different in a way where I sit down with a guitar and I play the chords and I sing no 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 no, mumble away, get a
Sure.
melody, and once I have the melody, then I write the first verse. Then I have the first verse. I play the first verse over my head. Then I'll go for second verse, write that over in my head, and then I'll get a chorus, and then I could write all the way to the end of the song without paper, without recording or anything. And then once I get the song written, I can go back and sing that song from start to finish without
Wow.
forgetting the words.
You are a freak.
Yeah, that is a freak.
Do you ever have a hard time ending a song?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just keep writing. And my songs tend to be 6 minutes long, and everyone hates 6-minute songs. I
They do, but like it depends. If there's a story that keeps people engaged, then yeah, it's 6-minute songs are okay. There was a song that I wrote a long time ago, and it was 6 minutes, but I sang the verse over too many times, and people are just like, yeah, you're fucking singing it too much. You're singing the verse too much. So that's when I took that away and then just added in more. The chorus I sang over and over again. So that's when I took that away and just started adding more verses. So now I'm very aware of writing a chorus too much, of adding chorus too much into songs. What I'll do is I'll just engage people more by adding to the story a little bit more,
I mean,
because
there are formulas out there, it's like verse, chorus, verse, chorus. I kind of don't do that.
And good. It's good that you don't, because like if everybody stuck the same formula, like it's just be boring. It'd be absolutely boring. Like you listen to Pete Cabinet. Pete Cabinet
awesome.
he's a master at doing his own thing.
Yeah.
And when he writes songs,
he's also just a really good writer. He's a good poet. He's a good poet.
Like his song Mercy. Oh my God, what a song! Like he's not sitting down thinking, oh well, I have to keep to the structure. He's like, I just want to write a really powerful song,
Yeah.
and that song is a masterpiece. It's the highlight of his album. What's it? Join up the dots.
I mean, even
But
look at someone like Bob Dylan. He just writes. I mean, some of his songs, his older songs, just go on forever. Just keeps going and going and going. He doesn't care.
that's because he had a story to tell, and
That's right.
he doesn't stop telling that story until he gets to the end. And that's the way
Exactly. It's
music should
over
be.
when I say it's over.
It's over when I say it's over. But like music has gotten a lot like I don't know, Facebook shorts or YouTube shorts.
It's 3
Everybody
minutes.
wants something done quick.
Yeah, 3 minutes. Here's your song. End it.
Yeah. Like even
I can't
radio
do it.
stations. Radio
Yeah.
stations will not play songs that are over 3.5 minutes long.
Well, even in the 60s, that happened too. You had to go to FM radio, or
Yeah.
in your case, the station that was on the ship, pirate radio. Pirate radio. Yeah. So over here,
what was that station called?
I
I
can't
remember because the movie, The Boat That Rocked.
Yes.
I think that was the movie, but that was in the UK. That was.
Yes, exactly. And here, it would be FM radio. A lot of times, it was in stations in Mexico, and they would play. Yeah, they would play songs you would never, 8-minute songs, 10-minute songs that you would never hear on AM radio.
Mm.
But
Oh,
now,
that's mad.
because it's all formula and owned by big business, even FM radio, it doesn't do that anymore. They're all corporate.
So what would FM radio be like? Would FM radio cater to independent musicians in user area?
Yeah. It used to. In fact, it really still college stations, university college stations, they will play independent music. They don't play the hits. So yeah, it's a way for local bands to get known, and that still goes on today. College stations still play local stuff.
Oh, that's brilliant, because over in Ireland, the likes of FM radio, all the popular radio stations, they very, very rarely play independent music. Now, the only ones, like, you get certain DJs that have shows that will, but as like a flow of music, like all you're getting is popular songs. And you know what they play a lot of? Like, I'd stick on the radio in the car, probably dropping the kids' school, and the Eagles, the fucking Eagles.
Easy. Eagles are I love the Eagles, but I understand that's 50 years ago. It's 50 years ago.
Like, they're taking over a slot for independent musicians. They're playing, and I know why, because there is a little loophole that I think songs, like classic songs, at a certain point, you don't have to pay royalties for playing on a radio station. Now, that's why you get a lot of classic radio shows and all, because there is a certain point where you don't have to pay that royalty.
Don't you think that now maybe a lot of stuff is shifting to streaming as opposed to radio stations and things like that?
It is, yeah. And that's why being part of that Over the West online radio is, I love that, because that has an app and people can download the app and listen to the station. Now, there's not many shows on it at the moment because it hasn't officially launched, but it's going to get that way. And like, I just love being at the start of something new that's coming along. You know.
Well, think about it. Do you remember when MTV first started? Imagine those DJs. The first time MTV started, they were superstars. It was something new. Well, even our friend John Ballistic, he's got this streaming show that he does all independent music. Yeah, it's amazing.
Jukebox is brilliant. Yeah, and that whole station, the whole
412,
the whole website.
Music from the 412.
Yeah, it's so good. Like, and the fact that like he can do a show and through the online station, the website, you can live chat with people and all. Like,
it's really well done.
Level. Yeah, it's next level, because there's not many places that do that you can chat away to the DJ as he's playing the music. You know?
And what's cool is he just had his 1-year anniversary. He's been doing it for a year.
Yeah, yeah. I remember John before he was doing pretty much this
Oh yeah,
interviewing when I
yeah,
went on my little hiatus.
yeah, yeah.
But
So
yeah,
his thing in 1 year has really taken off for him.
and it's brilliant. And he's such a brilliant like musician, and he knows loads about music. I
Exactly.
know.
He loves music, and it comes across.
Yeah, and what I love about John is I do be a bit all over the place with my playlist and all. He has his genres and he
Yeah,
sticks to it, and he promotes the music that he loves. And I think when you can do that, you show more passion to what
yeah,
you're putting out as well. Now I try
yeah.
to.
Do you think down the line, on your show, right now, I can tell you're kind of experimenting. You're pulling stuff from here and from there and so forth. Do you think at some point you'll fine tune it to maybe it'll be, I don't know, acoustic or some particular genre, or do you want to keep it all over?
I want to keep it all over.
Do you?
Definitely want to keep it all over. It's like my kind of no, I don't really have a theme or anything like that. I just like all kinds of music, and I don't want people thinking, "Oh, we can't send it to him because he won't play it."
He
Like
only plays Irish music or something.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah,
take all music. Like I played musicians from like John Campalopoulos. Like he's from Greece,
yeah.
and he's a brilliant musician. I love all his music. I played a great musician just recently. She's from Belgium, and as I said, I think she's going to be big. Her name is Benny, BNMI. Check her out.
Hmm.
From Belgium. Like, so I don't like to just keep it all in one little box.
Yeah.
Just spread it out. Let everybody enjoy it. Let everybody be welcome to send music in. And
But you
one
still
of
want to
the
keep your hand in local people, right? Like, the Dublin or Ireland area. I think you have to, don't you?
I think I'm more exposed to Irish music because I'm
Yeah,
around it more. That I see that first before I go finding any other music outside. But
sure.
you look at the likes of some of the bands I've played on the show in the past few weeks, like from New York, from
Yeah.
places I've never heard of in America. Like what was that one? Can't think of the name of it. And an Antonoin or something like that. Some weird place. Or was it Anaheim? Anaheim.
Anaheim. Yeah, it's in California.
Yeah, something like that. I never heard of that place before.
Hey, they never
There
heard
you
of
go.
you.
No, no. And even when I shared them on a thing, shared them on the show, I think you just came in going, "Who is this gobshite playing my music?" Yeah. It'd just be funny actually when I'm getting in touch with the bands because do y'all think that I'm one of these? No, those people on Instagram and all that come in saying we can
Yeah,
promote your
we can
music on
promote
this.
you.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
I'd
No,
be like,
you should start right out. I'll play your music. You won't make a penny.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'll,
absolutely. In fact, it will probably cost you money.
yeah, I'll play your music. You won't make a penny, and nobody will ever listen to it
Just be
except me.
honest. Yeah, that's
Except
good.
me and Jim. Me and
Yeah.
Jim will listen.
Oh my
But
God.
a lot of times when I do, like the reason why I started up doing that show, it came through the Facebook group, and it was to share the music from the Facebook group because there was so much great music. I want to just put it all into like uh, little shows together. But then the Facebook group kind of, like after the lockdown and people went off and there wasn't as much traffic coming through. And like even now, like a lot of the musicians just post and leg it. They don't even comment, they don't like, they
Yeah,
don't interact.
yeah.
So that kind of went out. And then I remember it was Laura that turned around and says, just why don't you play what you like? And I was like, yeah, when I do the
What a
show next,
brilliant idea.
I play what I like. And a lot of the times I spend like it goes to show like sometimes I can spend 6 hours a day searching for new music.
Oh
And
yeah,
like a
you go
lot
down the rabbit hole, right? You check out one, and
ah
you go down another, and it's another, and it's another. Yeah. Oh, I've been
have you
there.
have you
Been there.
have you ever done it? Yeah,
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
it's great.
It is fun, but all of a sudden it's just like I gotta stop. Just
Yeah.
shut off the
I
computer and walk away.
no, I don't. I just keep going. I end up watching bleeding Gordon Ramsay videos then. This isn't music.
How did I get here?
Watching all those, remember those videos where what was it? They take somebody a saying from a news show and then repeat it over and make a song out of it.
Oh,
Remember
so you
those?
go down that? Yeah, you start
Oh,
watching
you end up
that.
down there and just saying, and then videos of cats playing piano. I actually got to play a few of them on the next show.
Oh my God, no! Please don't. Please don't.
So, do you go to a lot of shows? Would you go see a lot of independent musicians? Where you?
I used to go to shows, obviously, when I was younger, constantly. Once I was in college, I mean, it was just, almost every night going to some show, some local band. Most of them were cover bands, doing the latest hits. But we'd head into Boston and catch bands there. Some of them made it big. The first concert I ever saw was, I'm really dating myself on this, okay? Was 1973.
Oh, Jace, he's old.
And they were kind of just starting out, Aerosmith.
No way.
Yeah. And it was at an outdoor speedway that they used to race cars. And that's where they had the concert. And I remember it being loud and really awful.
I'd say Steven Tyler was way out of place there.
It was just, they were really young. They were really young.
But
then again, so was I. So
almost a big crowd, like the kind of the local area know these.
Going to be big everyone knew Aerosmith. Yeah.
So they were going to be big, and then
everyone knew. You could tell there was star quality, even though they weren't really good.
Yeah.
There was something about them that's like these guys got it. I mean,
like
back then we said they sucked, but now it's like, oh, I knew they would be good. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Back then you were like, never gonna make it. Never gonna make it.
What was the first big act you saw in concert?
Because I went to see a lot of independent music as well. And actually there's an act now, I don't think you've heard of him. Now he's big, he's really, really big in Ireland. But me and Carlos, first date, I told her, he goes, there's this guy who plays in a pub down the road. And like he just played every Thursday night. And I said, we'll bring you down to see him. But his name is Gavin James. And like you wouldn't have heard him. Actually, I'll play him on the show on Tuesday because his music would be copied. I couldn't play it on the YouTube channel, but I'll play it on the show on Tuesday. But he's brilliant. He's really, really good. And he's at the
what year was this?
Oh, me and Carla, 15 years ago. So, yeah.
Okay, so yours is 15 years ago. Mine was 50 years ago.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah. So
I'd love to be able to tell you that I brought Carla on a first date to see this guy that nobody ever heard of.
Yeah.
But now Bruce Springsteen is doing wonderful things.
Yeah. Oh, I thought he sucked back then. My wife, on our first date, she took me to a little club in Boston, and we got to see 3 members of the band.
Nice.
I mean, I was just like, little club, and they're playing. There's 3 of them, and they're playing the band's greatest hits up on Cripple Creek and all that stuff. And I'm like, I was 10 feet away from them.
Oh man, that's so. What year was that?
1981 or 82. So I married her.
Just for that. Yeah.
Just for that. Yeah.
After this story,
she bought me a guitar later too. So I think
I'll keep her. I wouldn't mind marrying her myself.
I think I'll keep her for a while.
She ain't being polyamorous.
I'm out.
Oh, then that's grand. You don't have to do all that polyamorous stuff. We'll go see the band.
That will get edited, right?
No.
No. Okay. Good to know.
The only things I'm editing is me cups of
tea. Yeah, I'm drinking an electrolyte drink of some kind. It's water.
Now that looks like an energy drink.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Water in a can.
Yeah, it's water in a can with electrolyte, sodium, potassium, magnesium. It's so I don't cramp up during the interview.
Yeah, because...
Yeah, you don't want that.
I notice in your songs you like to let everybody know about your health issues.
Yeah, like my song about my prostate and Viagra. Yeah, okay. That was not Keith. That was not autobiographical. Okay,
Not act my age, wasn't it?
I just made that up. That was not true. None of that was
No,
true.
definitely is true.
Yeah.
Oh, the cholesterol pills, no.
Yes, exactly. And Viagra. Yeah. Oh my
I know,
God.
but seriously, I love that song. Do you know what? You actually, I played Tommy Keys on the show a few times, and
He's
you
good.
and Tommy Keys are like, I don't know, long lost brothers when it comes to music.
Yeah, well, he's got a sense of humor too.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
it. Like,
Yeah.
like he has a song and he has a song called "Asian with Attitude,"
Yeah. There you go.
and you have to not act my age, and the two of them
Yeah.
have that little funny parts to it, and like, it's just like, I think both of us have the old school kind of bringing it back, and it's great to hear. I
Yeah,
have
it was like
one for you.
fire away.
Would you ever consider releasing an album?
I think we talked about this before, something different. I write stuff to entertain myself. And
And others. We
seriously,
get
if
entertained by it.
someone else likes it, it is just this huge bonus and a great surprise every time someone clicks and goes, "Hey, that's really good." It is. Okay. So the answer is probably, but I would
I
have
think
to
you should. Yeah.
I would have to come up with more of like a theme so that the theme kind of ran through the entire album. Right now, most of my stuff is really helter skelter. It's like cartoons, old age. It's kind of all over the place.
Yeah, but
I finished one a couple of weeks ago, and kind of like you said, I put myself in the place of someone. It's about a guy getting out of jail. And no, I've never been in jail, just in case you ask.
yeah,
But it's about a guy who spends 5 years in jail and he's getting out, and it's a story. But again, it's so different from other stuff I've written, so it's kind of all over the place. So yeah, I'd probably like to do one, but I'd have to get a theme.
yeah. But how many? Like, oh, Jesus! I know this is going to be a tough question. This is probably going to be the toughest question I've ever been asked. How many songs have you got on your YouTube channel?
Two
No, that you
200
you sing on.
Sing on. I have 210 total videos.
All original
210.
songs.
Yeah, I think there's a
Oh,
couple. Yeah, there are a couple that are covers,
yeah.
instrumental covers. Ones I sing on. God, I don't know, maybe 30, 25,
What? Jesus, like you're
somewhere
because
like
you're
that.
bang on every week.
Oh yeah, I'm retired. I got all the time in the world, Keith. It's just like
So
I
give me your process.
I recommend it, Keith. Retirement
Yeah,
to everyone out there.
the line's
Retirement.
semi-retired.
You were semi-retired
The
10
line's
years ago.
semi-retired. Yeah, but that's true. I've never actually got back into the swing of things since lockdown.
That's why you
I'm
like
just still,
lockdown so much.
I'm still embracing it. I know. I'm still embracing it.
You were at one with lockdown.
Oh, that's it. Sometimes I lock myself in a room and tell Carla just to pass. I'd leave the dinner at the door and not go away.
No, see,
I'll take it in and
rephrase
I'll eat
that.
it.
She actually locks you in.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to let
Yeah,
people know
it's
that.
more like that. Yeah.
Ah, good luck. But right, give us your process, right? So
Okay.
Jim Hebert wakes up on a Monday morning. Decides,
okay.
I'm gonna write a
You
song.
want to know? Okay, my schedule. Get up at 5 a.m. and I go out and run 8 miles. Come back, have breakfast.
Oh, yes.
I might even shower. Maybe. Then I'll read for a couple of hours, and then sometime around noon or so, I'll go into my recording room and start usually just noodling around, play a little something, just kind of get the feel for it, maybe have an idea, and I'll start writing some words down or something. Generally, the lyrics come first. once I have some lyrics, then I'll go, geez, I wonder, can this be reggae? Could this be maybe a Latin beat? No, maybe this is just, simple old school acoustic guitar. And I kind of hum it to myself going, no, that won't work. That won't work. Oh, okay, try this. I don't, in general, probably like you, I don't like write the chords down. I don't care.
Yeah.
Ask me a question. What key is that? Is that key in G? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just playing, and if it sounds good to me, it sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Am I following the rules? I don't. G to E to C to F. I don't know. And if I got something that sounds fairly good, I generally go to Logic Pro. I don't know if you know Logic Pro, but it's a computer software that you can add drums and a bass, because I don't have a band. So I'll put that together and like find the beats per minute that I want, try to slow it down, speed it up. And if I've got a bass and a drum that's kind of sound pretty good together, then I'll play rhythm guitar to it, which is for me the hardest part to do. I really struggle with it.
The rhythm
and
guitar,
then
really?
Yeah, I'm just not good at it.
Is it keeping time or just?
It's I don't care. Isn't that a terrible attitude? I just don't care. I think BB King had one of the greatest lines. He goes, he doesn't play chords. They ask why. He goes, I don't like them. Oh, okay. That's brilliant. I don't like them. I mean, I like chords. I'm not good at it.
Yeah.
So I'll struggle through and get that. And then I'll kind of listen. And then I'll start maybe singing through it and cutting out words, cutting out too many syllables, things like that. And if I kind of get it down, it generally sounds too empty for my ears, too empty. That's when I have to search and maybe add piano or something in the background to kind of fill up strings. And you can do that with Logic Pro. You can add that in to try to fill out the sound.
Yeah, Logic Pro, I've heard of it. It's very good.
It's real good. If you don't have a band, even
very easy
really
to use,
easy.
isn't it?
Yeah. Even professionals use Logic Pro. I've seen some pro guitarists, famous ones, who are recording using Logic Pro. Have you, when you're recording, most of yours is just your vocal. Have you ever doubled or tripled your vocal on top of it?
No.
Is it something you consider?
See, I don't record with studio or anything like that. Like the album, obviously in a studio,
right?
But that was recorded live. I wanted that live feel, you know.
Okay.
Now it didn't come out. The sound didn't come out as pure as I wanted.
You wanted like a live recording, like in a club or something.
But that was the risk. That was the risk I took when I went about getting it done live.
Yeah.
The likes of the other songs, the acoustics that I put up, that's done on a phone.
Yeah.
So I just put the recorder on a phone, just put it in front of me and just play. I don't plug into laptops or do anything like that to do any recordings, which I should look a lot more into doing that.
But you got to, first base, you've got to have a really good computer.
Yeah, which
and it's got to have a lot of power and memory.
Yeah. See, and like my computer, memory-wise, like obviously with all the other things that I do, like the shows and like that, my memory is so backed up that I don't like. It's gotten to the point now I don't have time to do my own music.
Yeah.
But I do have an album recorded, which you know of. I'm not releasing it until I get this bloody thing sorted out because, and like people listening in, I'm not gonna go into it, but yeah, I'm just struggling with. Don't say the name of the company that I told you earlier.
Right, the name that can't be said.
The name that can't be, like Voldemort. We just call him Voldemort.
You said it. Don't say it.
Oh, you can say Voldemort.
Yeah, but you can't say.
Yeah. I can say Voldemort because he's dead. Fuck him.
So when I asked you about vocals, that's one thing I've been learning about on YouTube and actually through people in the group and stuff like that is you sing a vocal through, and then I'll add a second vocal on top of it, and sometimes a third vocal.
Yeah, but you know who the
And all
master
of a
of that
sudden,
is? Can I let you know who the master of that is? That
oh,
if you ever want to get in touch with somebody to understand that, Katie Wirth.
yes, and you can tell because she sings. Her voice is so pure, and then she'll come to a section where she's accompanying herself on a
Yeah.
vocal. I am trying to learn how to do that. You sing it, you sing at your normal voice, then maybe you sing a little bit lower or a little higher, and then you try to combine it to make it sound good. It's really tough. Really
Ah,
tough.
I'd say so. Like, but as I said, she'd be the one to get onto it and just to get some any kind of info because she's a master at it. You know, because I know you heard the Cranberries, didn't you?
No, sure.
Yeah, Dolores O'Riordan. Like she used to double up her vocals all the time, and Katie Wirth just reminds me of her, like the way she doubles up her vocals. Like
Yeah.
there's a great song she has called "Red Flag," and if you ever listen to it, like I think she has something like 3 or 4 vocals in it, and it just sounds class. It does.
So that's something
Yeah,
I'm trying and working on, and it still sucks, but then,
yeah.
at some point maybe it'll work.
I know. I can't wait to hear it because fair play to you. You're experimenting. You're doing everything yourself, and like I know I do say this a lot, and I don't care if I'm stuck on repeat. It's hard enough writing a song. It's even harder to produce and put it out there yourself. And I applaud you for that. Fair play.
Well, like I've mentioned in the past, it's like, what's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen? It sucks. So move on, next project.
Yeah. But it sounds things the worst thing that could happen to you is you'd be asked to play a gig.
No, the worst thing that could happen to me is I sign a contract I shouldn't.
Ah! I hold me under right.
Okay.
Yeah, I hold my hands up for that. You are right. Yeah, I want to let people know this one. So here's one for you. It's one for both of us. How I met Jim Hebert. Do you remember?
Yeah, it was late at night in Dublin. I was drunk.
I was drunk too.
I'm pretty sure it was in Laura's group, and I probably commented on one of your songs. Is that possible?
Yeah, but I think like to get more into like that. We worked on a song together.
Yep.
I think you heard a Christmas EP that I put out.
Yeah. You know what? Now I'm remembering. You have a song, and I don't think I even asked you. I think I just took it upon myself to add some lead guitar on it, which is pretty ballsy, admittedly. And I said that onto you, like, what do you think? I was waiting for what the fuck are you doing? Touching my music, which is probably what you were thinking, but you were very nice about it.
That's it. I couldn't put it into a message now. Too wordy. I know it's surprising because, like, I think it's an honor. It's that any musician that takes that as an insult, you're dead to me. I think it's an honor for somebody to either cover your song or add to your song, and like for somebody to be able to listen to the song and say, "Oh, I like that enough to be able to play on it." That's it. That's as a musician, that's what you're there for, and that's why you put stuff out for other people to enjoy it just as much as you do putting it out. And then I think after I heard that, we decided you sent me an instrumental.
Yeah.
And the two of us worked on an instrumental. We put that out, and then I went down. We performed a few, but one of the biggest things.
Oh boy!
I'm sorry, Jim.
Oh boy!
One of the biggest regrets I ever did.
I have one right now.
Yeah. But this one,
show.
but this one was we were doing a cover version of a song.
Oh my God! Yes, the Donovan song.
Oh,
yes.
Oh.
It was
Atlantis.
Spectacular. It was spectacular.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, you were horrified. You were absolutely horrified.
I was. I don't have the confidence that Donovan has to be able to talk through a song.
Oh my God. I still have that. I think I'm gonna bring it back.
Don't.
Oh. What's it worth?
What?
What's it worth to you if this is blackmail?
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh look, he's freaking out.
I am, and it was one of the worst things I ever done in my life. You really caught me at a dark time.
and the funny thing is, it got darker.
Yeah. I couldn't believe, because I remember when I was doing the vocal now, and Carla walked in and goes, "Who are you talking to?" I goes, "No, I'm doing a song." And she goes, "What are you like?" Because usually she hears me singing, me head up, you know. But you know that song, it's more talking. It's like in Atlantis, blah blah. And I'm just
it's
sitting there
Atlantis. Yeah, it's a song, Atlantis. Yeah.
Atlantis now.
Oh my God, it's
And
phenomenal.
she was like, I was just like, oh my God. Yeah.
You realize?
Not put that back
No. That's the kiss of death. People are now, whoever watch this, they're gonna go on my YouTube page, look for Atlantis, and you will see what we're talking about.
See, Jim, there's method to my madness.
No, there's madness to your method.
Sure. What else would you have? Do I have any more banners here?
I forgot all about that.
Why did I bring it up? But that was fun. It was fun. The group was great back then, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun because there was so much interplay. I mean, there were so many people just not just posting and leaving, but posting and chatting and talking and commenting. And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And like yourself, TJ, Laura are big parts of that, because like TJ's songwriting challenge, he does the covers day.
Yeah.
Another person I have to mention for that group is Ellis Hamilton.
Yeah.
Because he was brilliant, and unfortunately, not unfortunately, fair play. He got a job and all. Not got a job. I think he's working with the hours.
He's working.
He's working. Yeah, he's not like me.
Do you know what that's like?
No. This isn't work at all. I'm telling you now. Like, it's mad putting all these hours in and not getting paid for it.
I hate that.
But, someday.
Whoa. I'm not getting paid?
No.
Oh. That's the end of this interview. I thought I was getting something.
I'll see you later. Right? End recording.
Yeah, goodbye.
I tell you what, the t-shirts are getting printed, and you get a t-shirt.
Ah, excellent.
I'll even put a picture of a cartoon character on it.
What does it say on it? Before I say good, what does it say on the t-shirts?
It says, "Get a job."
Mine says Atlantis.
I have somebody retired telling me to get a job.
Yeah, seriously.
Sure, what can you do?
Yeah, you know, you've hit a new low when a retired guy is telling you to get a job.
Oh, yeah, trust me, I have old people telling me. Like, I'm not telling. Actually, I am. Yeah.
Whoa! Take a step back. What?
Older than you.
Older. Okay.
Older than you.
Wow.
Yeah. About 2 years old, you know.
Yeah. Get yourself out of this one, Keith.
No. That hole is dug and all.
Yeah, covering them up.
Yeah, but some of the stuff they do. I remember I was working in a job before, and I started off working in a pub when I was 12, and it's all I knew. And left school when I was young. I didn't finish school or anything like that. But most of my education came from working in pubs. And believe it or not, when you work in a pub in Ireland, that's probably the highest education you ever get. You know, who needs college? You have that. But I had old people now coming in and saying, give us a pint. And they'd be like, you're a great barman, thanks. Oh no, I'll get a pint. You're a brilliant barman. And then you get the point into them, and you go, "You're very intelligent. Why are you blade working a stupid job like this?"
So they start attacking you.
They start just going leveling in. You're too intelligent to be working in here. I said, no. I said, because if I was intelligent, I wouldn't be fucking working here. You know? But
Oh my
Back
God.
then, see, it was easy money working in a bar,
Mm.
especially like I was always terrified to leave because I was always getting wage at the end of
Yeah,
the week.
yeah.
Like even I was working in a bar and I went 9 years without taking a day off.
Wow.
Yeah, because it was my life and I just
You
loved
had
working.
nothing better to do.
Exactly. I had absolutely nothing better to do. And then obviously when me and Carla got together and kids came along, that's when I just had to cut down and I end up leaving that pub and starting in a different pub just to get a day off. I remember my first week's holiday and I honestly didn't know what to do. I was like, what do I do? I was just sitting there in the chair. Carla came in and goes, are you doing that? I don't know what to do.
I'm just sitting.
Yeah, just sitting staring into
I'm
space.
just sitting. Aren't you gonna
Just
do anything? No, I'm just gonna sit.
I'd get up, I'd walk into the kitchen, and Carla would come into the kitchen, and I'd be in there washing glasses.
And then you ask her, "What do you have?
do, you, do you want a drink?
You want a drink?"
And when
Oh,
she asked me for a cup, of tea, I'd give out. It's not worse than somebody coming into a bar when you're busy and
yeah,
asking
looking for a
for
cup of
a cup
coffee
of.
or something. Yeah, yeah.
I remember this guy came in. I was working in this bar it's called the Lord Edward, and there was a lot of tourists that walked by this place. It's right direct in the kind of tourist location of Dublin. And I was busy. I was out the door and I was on my own. And a load of these American fellas and girls came in. 12 Irish coffees. And I remember looking at him going,
Are you kidding me?
I said, no, you're joking. And he turns around, oh, yeah, we're going off. We don't want to drink. I goes, would you not have a pint or something like that? I said, I'm busy. Oh, no, if you're not going to pour, then we'll just leave. And like our boss at the time was going mental to get turned away customers. Like place wasn't doing too great. So the Marcus, you want to see me pouring pints, trying to mix cream, fucking put the coffee machine. And I wouldn't even mind. We had those coffee machines that just one cup of coffee at a
One
time.
cup.
It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it
That's
was a
number one.
nightmare to us.
Number 11. Number 12.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
remember thinking, Jim Hebert sent that fella in here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I sent those Americans definitely.
Have you ever traveled out of the States? Oh,
A
you said,
lot.
you said earlier,
Yeah.
you
I
said you were in
spent
Vietnam. Yeah.
a lot of time in China, a lot of time in Vietnam, a lot of time in Taiwan, all on business. A lot of
Yeah.
time in Germany. I worked for Puma, so their headquarters were in Germany.
Oh, you used to manufacture runners.
Making shoes, yeah.
Yeah.
And vacation wise, my wife and I spent 2 weeks in Scotland, which was just phenomenal. Just
Scotland's
so much fun. Yeah. And Canada, then Mexico, stuff like that. Never been to Spain.
Spain, no,
No,
it's nice.
never been to Spain.
Yeah, you
Never
should
been to
get there.
France.
Do you know what? The furthest you could ever get away from Arizona is probably Scotland.
Yeah, seriously, that is
It's rain,
it is.
and more rain.
It's all green.
Yeah.
And
What part of Scotland were you in? Oh, sorry.
spent a lot of time in Edinburgh.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Which I really loved. I mean, the castle and stuff, just so cool. But we also drove around all of it. So we were hitting castles and all sorts of stuff and a lot of sheep. A
Yep.
lot of sheep. And a lot of green. It was a lot of fun. Real fun.
Yeah. Scotland and Ireland are pretty much the same, like
Yeah.
very, very similar. Not basically the cities, like down the countryside, like because a lot of people come to Dublin. It's like you're in the middle of Irish capital city, and they're like, "I thought there'd be a lot more sheep around here." It's like, you don't walk down the middle of O'Connell Street. Like, just
One thing, if there's anyone from Scotland watching this, the accents, trying to understand what they were saying was brutal.
Was it?
Oh my God. I'm sure they didn't understand me either, but we would sit there, Susan and I would look at each other and go, what did he say? We stopped and asked for directions outside of Glasgow.
Oh man.
That was a big mistake. So we stopped, we asked for directions, and this guy's going, basically, oh, you're not even close, you know? So he gives all these directions. We didn't understand any of them. Another guy walks up and says, those directions are wrong. They're arguing with each other about the directions. We got in our car and drove off. And they were still arguing about the directions.
I didn't argue about anything over there.
It's just ridiculous.
Do you know how bad they are at arguing? Like, they'd actually argue about who started the argument.
That's awesome.
That's what they do.
That is awesome.
But that's Irish people are the same. Like,
oh my God. That's
Irish
fantastic.
people are not happy. They're not happy unless they're giving out about something.
Unless they're miserable?
Unless they're just giving out. No,
yeah.
You don't have to be miserable. You can be happy and giving out. Just giving out about something. Like, we would give out that's raining. Oh, that rain, Jesus, will ever stop? And then when the sun comes out, we're like,
oh, when is it? Yeah.
yeah. You could feel a bit of rain.
This is why you write sad songs and depressing songs.
Yeah.
And you will not write about the unicorns. You won't write about that stuff. Rainbows, not going to happen.
No. Because rainbows and unicorns don't give out.
You'll only write about a unicorn if you kill it.
No, I wouldn't have to kill it. Somebody else can. I'll just embody myself into it.
Oh, I got it.
And it makes me feel like I've killed it.
You realize Laura is not going to like this part of the conversation.
No. Sorry, Laura. I love animals.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Apologies. We're not. No unicorns were injured during this interview.
Well, I don't know about Jim's side. There was definitely none over here. Because if there was, I would have wrote a song about
it. That's right.
So did you get to catch any bands when you were in Scotland?
No, but one of my favorite bands of all time is Big Country from Scotland. And one of the first bars we go into, dingy little bar, but it's like classic Scotland. They're playing Big Country as I walk in the door, and I'm like, this is my place. This is good. Yeah.
I know I like Big Country. Well, I don't like them that much, but I do like some of their songs.
You would like you would like some of their acoustic stuff they did, which never made hits, never got to be big hits, but they're like buried in the album someplace, and you just listen to it going, oh my God, that's phenomenal, but it never became a hit.
Yeah. I know, I'd have to check that out now. So you have to send some my way.
Because yeah, I'll send.
It's not that, like, it's even with Irish bands. Like, listen, I feel bad saying it because I love music and I shouldn't be being narrow-minded towards people that play music like this. I kind of hate that music that kind of, like, not the way a lot of tourists will come to see that Irish kind of music.
Yeah.
They kind of cater to it.
Sure.
Instead of writing pure songs themselves, they're like, oh, this would be good for tourists, or this would be good if we went to America and traveled with this. Or the Americans would love this kind of like Americanized Irish country music. You know? Yeah. So yeah, that's right.
Check out the song 13 Valleys by Big Country.
13 Valleys. I checked that out, yeah.
It is just an outstanding song.
Yeah. I have my little piece of paper here, and I'm going to write that down. So 13 Valleys.
13 Valleys, yep. Not 13, 13.
14.
Say it right. 14. 17 Valleys. Jeez.
I get slagged about the way I speak all the time. But there's one, like, even Irish people slag me about the way I speak.
Oh, that's tough.
Down the country in Ireland, because Ireland has so many, it's like America, I suppose. But for us being so small, we have so many different languages over here, like different accents.
Sure.
Like, you go down to Cork, Cork have their own accent, Kerry have their own accent, and the same with yours. Like,
yeah, I mean, like, we've got the deep Southern accents.
Yeah.
Then you've got New England accents where people go, park the car for parking the car, park the car. And then you've got Midwest accents and, Texas accents and so forth. So, yeah, it's all over the place.
Then you have the Bronx. You have the Bronx, don't you? Yo,
Yeah.
Rocco. Yo, Rocco.
That was pretty good.
There's always
I'm
somebody
impressed.
called Rocco over there. But the Boston accent, yeah, you don't really have that Boston accent.
No, I think it's because I grew up partially in Michigan, which is
Yeah.
Midwest, and then to the Northeast. And so I think probably got a little homogenized or something, a little smoothed over,
Yeah,
I think. Wow.
that's mad. But yeah, so 13 Valley, big country.
Yep.
I'll be
Check
checking
it out.
them out. What was I going to say? Any plans to come to Ireland?
When are you coming over here? When you come over here, I'll go to Ireland. We'll have some sort of trade.
Yeah, because when I go to America, I don't want you being in the country.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be some sort of trade thing, you know.
Yeah. We do voice
No,
swap.
we've talked about hitting England, Ireland, Scotland again. So I can see that happening in the future. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
And we actually,
that's
other than you, we actually have some old friends who moved from Boston and living in Dublin.
oh cool. Yeah, you should get over here because I don't care if you get over here.
I have to go there fairly soon. You might have a job at some point.
Hi, sorry, Jim. I can't see you. I'm going out to work.
Yeah, I fly 6,000 miles, and it's like, sorry, I'm working.
Someday I'll get a job.
Okay, all right.
You're starting to sound like my missus.
So, Keith, did we accomplish anything today?
No,
good.
What were you expecting to accomplish?
I was hoping someone else would interview me, but I got you.
Well, I tell you what, we have accomplished that. We know you were from Boston.
I like cartoons.
You like cartoons. We know that was in the 30s that you only started playing music.
Yeah.
That your biggest phobia in the world is getting on stage and actually performing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Shut up.
And that hat is not officially stuck to your head. So.
No, and it's a pig sanctuary. It's a pig sanctuary. I actually, I sponsor a pig. Don't ask.
I have to ask.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Let me guess.
Have you heard of potbelly pigs?
No.
Okay, potbelly pig. They're adorable. They're little, except they grow to 400 pounds. People would get them as pets and not realize that they would grow to 400 pounds. They think they would always going to stay tiny. So obviously they have houses. You can't have a 400-pound pig. People give them up. So there's a sanctuary about an hour from here that takes in all of these pigs that people don't want anymore. And they take care of them. They do it all by donations. And they have about 500 pigs there. And the pigs are incredibly friendly, really intelligent. And I sponsor one named Peaches. And I sponsored her for about maybe 8 years. I've sponsored her. And there you go. That's my story.
That's brilliant. No, and that kind of annoys me as well. That
me big time.
Do that.
Yeah. They're just, they don't do the, do the homework. If you're going to get a pig, it's not going to stay tiny. No. And they're shocked that it becomes 400 pounds. It's ridiculous.
Same with people that get dogs. Like they get dogs and go mad because they pissed on the rug or something like that.
Yeah.
It's a dog. Like it happens.
Yeah, exactly.
A baby would piss on the rug if it didn't have a nappy to stop it.
You would.
I have.
In fact, I just did. I'm 66. I've been in this room for 2 hours. I just did.
Yeah, I think you explained that in one of your songs as well.
Yeah. By the way, with me through all of this is Sugar Lump.
Look, little her.
Yeah, she's been sitting on my knee the entire time.
That's class. What's Para?
She actually, every time I record, she's with me.
No way.
Every song. Yep. She will sit on my knee. If I'm playing guitar, she'll sit on my shoulder.
Is she one of the parrots that talks back around?
She will, but right now she's quiet, but she'll talk.
She talks, does she?
Yeah.
Hey, she sings better than you as well, does she?
That's hurtful. That's really hurtful. See, this is the reason I will never go live. It's stuff like this.
I'll
That was
let it that.
hurtful.
I'll let it,
Yeah.
I'll let it that.
Okay, I will remember this. And as soon as I get off, what video I'm going to put on.
Shit. That's all right, yeah. I better get me little digs in now. So
Yes, exactly, because retribution will be mine.
I know. So you have so much on me now. No, but what's next? You're working on a song now at the moment, eh?
I got like 4 songs that I got. I like this one. I have no music to it yet, but there's a quote by Picasso who said he always wanted to paint like a bird can sing. And I just thought that line was fantastic. So I've got a thing on that where it's, I'm talking about my wife. She's a painter. So it's like, you want to paint like a bird can sing. I want to play guitar and make it ring. Nice. You have your canvas and your paint. I've got my Fender and no restraint.
That's lovely, yeah.
And then that's the way it's going. It's basically about her painting and me playing music and how we combine it. So there you go.
Do you find that, because you were saying that you're not good at writing now, but it sounds like you're just getting the knack of it so quick. And your words are just getting so much better and stronger. Like that song that you wrote, the Fighter song.
Yeah.
Like it's such a good, like some of the words in it and some of the lines in the song are so strong and so good. But you haven't been writing for that long.
What do you think? A year and a half, maybe?
Year and a half. And
maybe
like, to go from
0
to here, like it's so good.
Is it I could always write, yeah, I could always write creative like stories and things like that. But the thought of like writing a song or like poetry just never entered my mind. Just didn't.
Yeah.
I blame you.
Kind of like naturally had it.
I guess. I don't know. I just
go on, sorry.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I don't know if it's natural. It's just I have one thing so far that I will say is I seem to have a lot of ideas. I don't run dry too often. It's just there's ideas going on. And that's probably because I'm retired. I got a lot of time to sit in my chair, Keith, and just think.
Yeah, but like what you do, you put out nearly a song every week.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that comes down to like if you put out a song every 6 months, I couldn't see it being as strong as it is after a year and a half.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that.
I think the fact that you're constantly at it every week, and it's just, as they say, and it's the truth, practice makes perfect.
Yeah, I agree. The more you write, the more you're better at it, and you learn stuff. Yeah.
I'd love to change that word though. Practice makes perfect. There's no such thing as perfect.
No.
Practice.
Well, except us.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to say it. Like I kind of like.
I think we take it for granted. No, we take it for granted.
People listening in to feel like they have a chance.
Oh no, we don't want that. We don't. No. You don't stand a chance, people. Not a chance.
So just look at the camera and just say, "You're never going to be as good as us."
Do you realize no one's going to watch this? No.
Oh wait. Sorry, you're going to be better.
Now, you realize at the start of this, you said this was going to be like a 20-minute interview. We're like working on 2 hours now.
Did I say 20 minutes?
Yeah, I don't know. You always lie to me.
But big time, yeah. Well, I'd never say 20 minutes. Sure. Have you watched any of my last interviews?
I try to stop.
Yeah.
No, I have. They're usually about an hour.
Yeah, Carly Lynn I had on for nearly 2 hours.
Yeah.
You're not my first 2 hours.
Well, I didn't think you had the stamina.
No. But I'm off the drink now, so that's it.
Yeah. How's that feel?
I feel great.
Good.
A lot better. Like what's it? I'll be the 16th. I'll be coming up to a year in 2 weeks.
Fantastic. Congratulations. That's awesome.
So, well, I had parking my liver and
No, you
all
had
and
no
stuff,
choice.
so
You had no choice.
yeah,
Kind of had to.
the kind of the hospital stay kind of done that to me.
It's funny how that works. You
Yeah,
won't drink anymore.
yeah. But I gave it up on my own.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now, have
I make the
you have
decision.
any chance to exercise at all?
Yeah, sure. I walk everywhere. I don't drive
Good.
that much.
Good.
I don't cycle. I'd love to cycle a lot more, but like even over in Spain, like every day we walked about. Jeez, we walked at least about 5-6 miles
Nice.
because we grew up. Now the kids, I feel bad for the kids. That bleeding feet were walked off. But
Well, they're
yeah,
not used to all that walking.
you just like what
Yeah,
you do with kids.
kids today, Keith, kids
You
today,
just you just
they're just
shove
not
them in
as
the face and tell
oh,
them
you
to
know
get
what?
on with it.
They're not as tough as we were back in our day.
No, like
Uh, oh,
the
on our day,
phones.
Keith, walking to school uphill both ways in the snow without shoes. How's
Yeah,
that?
and buckets of water over your shoulders.
Yes, yeah. You know what I'm talking about. And kids
Yeah,
today, oh my God.
that's crazy. Sure, like I remember years ago, if my mother wanted me in, like we used to hide.
Oh yeah,
I want to go in.
oh yeah,
You'd be hiding under buses and hiding under cars, just
yeah,
hoping that you didn't start.
yeah. With
And
us,
nowadays,
it was right after breakfast. We're outside playing, and we
yeah,
wouldn't come in. We might come in for lunch, maybe, but we'd come
yeah,
in for dinner. We were out all day doing stuff. But I
that's
had
what you find
four
us.
brothers, so we were, 2-on-2 basketball, playing touch football, whatever. Of kids in the neighborhood. It was just constant. So we were never in the house, and there were no
No, never.
phones, no phones,
Yeah,
no cell phones.
no, sure, same. Growing up, and we didn't
No,
have
I'm
like
saying, Keith, it was so long ago we didn't have phones.
not even in the
I'm
house.
old. There were no phones. No, we
Oh,
didn't have
yeah,
electricity. There was no water. You buying any of this?
yeah. This was before Alexander Graham Bell, wasn't
Yes, exactly. Now you know.
it? He actually went to school with you, did he?
Yes, I'm actually the next song I write is going to be about him.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but no, seriously, like me growing up in the night, but it was late 80s, early 90s in Dublin. Like, but the thing was, there was probably access to all that stuff, but we were so poor, we didn't have it.
Yeah. Same here.
We
My,
didn't.
my dad was
Yeah,
my dad was a factory worker,
yeah,
and my mom was a stay-at-home mom. So we didn't have any money, but we didn't know we didn't have any money.
yeah. The same. We
We
didn't
had
know. We
no.
just
We were just
like anybody
kids.
else that had money.
Everyone in our neighborhood was the same.
Yeah, I tell you, it was actually this funny thing because I grew up in flats, and so I lived in the bottom block or the bottom of the flats. Then there was the
Yep.
next balcony up, and there was somebody who lived in the next balcony, and he's the only one in the whole flats that had a satellite dish.
Whoa.
That's what, like in the flats, and like everybody. So you'd have a group of young flits underneath his balcony, just standing there like that, waiting. And every 25 minutes, he'd be watching the soccer. And every 25 minutes, he'd come out and he'd be like, 1-0 to Liverpool. Emil Hesketh at the scoring. Oh, it was a great goal. And we'd all be like, yeah. And next
And
time
then
he'd
back
disappear.
inside.
He'd disappear back in the house. We'd all be sitting there waiting. And like, for everything, like, I remember even the Eurovision to be on.
Sure.
He'd run out. Ireland got 7 points. Oh, Lithuania gave us 7 points. Yeah. And do you know what? At that time, we thought that was normal standing under there because kids were like, yeah, this is fun.
Okay.
That fucker never once invited us into that house.
No, Keith, he invited everyone in, but you.
Yeah, that's what exactly.
Yeah, come to think of it, yeah.
Just me on my own standing down there.
Going, what's going on?
And about 12 lads running out of one house. Oh, Liverpool's at the score.
Yeah, Keith, you should be here.
That's probably why I got a job in the pub at 12.
Because people
Just
would
so I could
talk to you
watch the
there.
football. Just because I could watch the football.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
so Jim, we're gonna finish up. We're
Cool.
coming on to the hour and a half. Anything you want to say before we go?
Well, the main thing is I'm just absolutely honored that you even asked. I appreciate that greatly. You could have asked anybody. There's so many talented people up there, and you asked me, and I thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah. And this
That's the
isn't
last nice thing. That's the last nice thing I say about you, right there.
But this isn't going to be the last interview with you now.
Oh God.
I want to do a bit more because I think you're retired now, so you have plenty of time. So I would love, yeah,
So are you.
yeah. Well, semi
Okay,
retired.
semi. Okay.
But I would love to have you as more of a constant on future shows, doing
Oh,
stuff
that'd be
like
fun.
this,
Like a
and
co-host.
also, yeah, and also with the magazine that's coming out
Yeah.
soon, I would love you to be a part of that.
That'd be cool.
So,
All right.
I'll definitely be talking to you a bit more about that because doing this and running Talking the Corner as a whole is a lot of work for one man.
Yeah.
So I'm looking to get a few of people who have been really close to me and really good to me to come on board, and we make it the best independent music place to go,
That'll be fun.
not just in Ireland, but
Yeah.
all over, you know. And I
Very
know
cool.
with your passion and your be a big part of this. So that's something that I'd love
And
to have.
there'll be no cash involved, correct?
There'll be no
No.
cash at the start, but I tell you what,
At the start.
if this does kick off, and Lord knows everybody's involved, you know, like I have you seen,
Yeah.
not just
This
as a
okay.
partner.
People, this is what's going to happen. If this show takes off, Keith will not be taking my phone calls or my messages.
No,
I
but
will
I
be
tell you what,
blocked on. I'll be blocked on Facebook.
no, you'll find me in China. You just see me chilling out in China. Going,
Yeah.
I hope Jim Hebert can't travel here this week. Right. So that was the end of the first episode of
Yay.
Corner Talking. It was a bit mental,
Just slightly.
slightly mental. Listen, as it goes on, I'd say I'll get the hang of this around show, probably episode 31.
Yeah, I was going to say year 3 is usually when things start kicking in.
Oh, does it year 3?
Yes, year 3.
Right.
That's
So
that's usually when. No, see, that's usually when they replace the host. I'm just saying.
There you go. So let's think. Sure, here you've been interviewing me most of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, not everyone knows you.
That's true.
So
That's
now they
true.
do.
I wasn't even allowed into that house when I was a kid. You know, you're bringing back deep traumas that have been buried
I
down.
can tell. You know, my goal, Keith, was to bring you to tears. I was this close.
Oh, no. I will not cry on camera.
I will not cry on camera. I will not cry on camera.
I will just cry myself to sleep tonight. I can hear the parrot there.
Yep, squeaking.
Sneaking away.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, we're going to wrap up here.
Cool.
Thank you, Jim, for dropping in and having a talk. We will see you on Monday when you're posting your new video on YouTube. It's Monday, every Monday that you post it, isn't it?
Pretty much. Yeah. Sometimes I get lazy and I wait till like Wednesday or Thursday, but try to get it out on Monday. I might send you one secretly before I release it.
Oh, dear, yeah. But there's one thing about you is you're consistent.
That can be good and bad.
Yeah.
You're consistent.
Right.
You're not very good, but you're consistent.
Oh no, you're consistent. Listen, if you want to find Jim Hebert, you can go on to YouTube, subscribe to his channel, and I tell you what, there's a rake load of music for you to catch up on. And Jim puts out a song nearly every week. And there's one thing about it, you're always going to have fun because his lyrics, some of the lyrics are hilarious, but also some of the lyrics can get very deep. I'm looking forward to that song now, the Picasso song. It already sounds beautiful, and
I hope so.
yeah, definitely. There's other instrumentals from when he started off, which have been brilliant, and loads of music videos. So go on to Jim Hibert's YouTube channel there and subscribe to him.
Yay.
Okay, Jim, thank you.
Thanks, Keith.
Right, bye.